Well, thank you, John. And as far as tonight's game is concerned, Mike, the Buffalo Sabres and the Boston Bruins, of the 16 teams in the playoffs, they are the two teams that have been penalized the most in average penalty minutes per game. Now, I'm sure we're going to see a lot of fights tonight, but I think that in the first two games, obviously, the Bruins have dominated the Sabres physically.
Yeah, they certainly have. They're a very big, tough hockey club, and this is tailor-made. Those first two games were tailor-made for the Boston Bruins. That's exactly the type of game they deal with, and they deal with in a very, very good fashion. I think Buffalo has to get back to using their skills tonight and get into kind of a skillful type of game instead of a slugfest.
Well, it'll be Tom Barrasso back in goal for the Buffalo Sabres, but the Bruins are going to go with Andy Moog. Now, in playoff competition, Moog is 123 and lost but 9.
And I think he's won his last 7 or 8 playoff games, so he's red hot. I think this is one of the best moves I've seen Boston make all season long. It's the time to put the Moog into the goal because Lemlin played 2 terrific games in Boston. But I don't know, you're really dodging bullets. I don't know if Lemlin can play the 3rd game in a row like that, so now's the time to make the shift in goaltenders.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, we'll probably see some fights tonight, but do you think we'll finally see some hockey?
I think we'll see a little more tonight. As a matter of fact, I'm almost positive you'll see less fighting.
Okay, thank you, Mike. And now let's go back in, and here's John Gertler.
Sabre Countdown will continue with Bruce Hood and Danny Gare up next on the Niagara Frontier Sports Network.
And the linesman Gord Brossiker, and the other linesman is Brian Bozak. And this crowd ready to go with Andy Moog in goal for the Boston Bruins. He's played in 6 regular season games for the Bruins. Tom Barrasso playing in his 3rd game, the 5.77 goals against average. Barrasso has lost 5 of his last 9 starts. And listen to this crowd, Mike.
Yeah, they often say the Boston Bruins are a very gutty hockey club. Well, that'll be called upon tonight. I accept Sabres to really come out here tonight. They have to win this game or this series just might be over.
And some lineup changes tonight. It's Tucker starting with Andreychuk on the left side, and Mark Napier replaces Mike Foligno on the right wing. Back come the Bruins with Kluzak feeding it through now. It's cleared in by Kasper into the Buffalo zone. Loose puck into the corner. Burridge comes up with it, goes behind the net. He's jammed to the boards by Tucker. Now it's recovered by Housley. Into the corner board, sends it up on the right side. Bork tries to keep it in, but here comes Housley with it. Up to the Boston line. Housley's taken off the puck. It'll come back and over the line, where it's recovered by Napier. He sends it off the boards, back into the Bruins zone. Andy Moog leaving it there. 6 games for the Bruins. 1-4 and lost 2. It's sent back into the Buffalo zone. Ruutu ran into Burridge. They both went to the ice, and now taken by Johansson. Out in the lineup tonight for Buffalo: Hospodar, Ricci, Smith, Donnelly, and Mikael Anderson. Scratched from the Bruins lineup as Ruutu comes in over the Boston line. Lets the shot go. Bull grabs that one and holds on. Now here's Alan Peterson shoving with Ruutu. They gather in behind the Boston net. Out in the lineup tonight for the Bruins: Middleton, Marquardt, Larson, and Byers.
Looks to me like the Sabres are coming out here in this first shift, and they're just not backing off an inch. I mean, they are really stubborn tonight. They don't want Boston to beat them physically or on the scoreboard by the looks of it. I thought they might just kind of tone down a little bit and get into a little more skillful type of game, but from what we see here in the first shift, it looks like I might be wrong. Look at the action here. Here's Ruutu. He just kicks the feet from underneath Burridge and jerks him down to the ice. Of course, he was in that little altercation in behind the Boston net about a half a minute later. They need a big game from Christian Ruutu. He can play a lot better, and he's playing right now, and he's got the talent to do it.
Well, here's Hartman and Miller against each other with Priestley at center. McGuire on the right side. Are they going to get their fights over with early? We'll have to wait and see. Opening minutes of the first period. Come back to center. Taken now by Ramsey. McGuire put Delvin into the board. Now Peterson, a loose puck. Linsman knocked it ahead to Miller. Here's the pass now for Crowder. McGuire, Miller get tied up at the Buffalo blue line, but back comes Johansson. Slides it ahead to Hartman. He did not see it. Hipped into the Boston zone. McGuire runs into, or rather Priestley. Hit Delvin. Back into the Buffalo zone. Johansson getting it off the boards, but here's Jay Miller with it. A pass in front to Crowder. Great block there by Ramsey. And it's chopped over the line to center by McGuire. Now Shoebottom sends it back into the Buffalo zone. Sabres make a change. Arneal steps on. He's watched by Linsman. Dropped it back now to Ramsey. He dumped it to center. Shoebottom sends it in wide to the Buffalo net. Johansson goes in after it. He's watched there by Neely. Neely puts him into the boards and knocks him down. Taken by Shoebottom through to joint. Recovered by Johansson. Getting it off the boards. Offside call at the Buffalo blue line. Janney's knocked out by McGuire. Joyce comes in and shoves McGuire. Nothing apparently will develop.
Well, the problem with McGuire right now getting into an altercation, he's just been out for about a minute shift and he's dead on his feet. But very wisely, he didn't bother dropping the mitts.
You're watching Sabres hockey on the Niagara Frontier Sports Network. On the draw, it's cleared by Kluzak to the Buffalo zone to Barrasso. Left it there, Halkitis. Halkitis playing back in defense with Krupp. His pass comes to center, but it was missed by Andrzejczyk. It'll slide into the Bruins zone. Kluzak will go back to touch it. And the Sabres are called for icing. Now the Bruins have 4 forwards over the 200 mark as you look at 200-pound mark as you look at Mark Napier. They've got Neely at 205, McCarthy 200, Miller 205, Sweeney 210. The Sabres, on the other hand, Mike, Andrzejczyk 215, Turgeon 200, Gillies 214.
You know, Ted, you can talk about weight, but their hearts all weigh the same. Interesting. You see all the juggling going on early in this hockey game between the two coaches. Ted Sater gets the last change here. He's at home. That'll mean something to the Sabres.
Now Krupp with it in behind the net, chased by Neely. Neely trying to keep it in. He does for the Bruins. Oh, a great move there. There's going to be a penalty coming up now. The save by Barrasso. A delayed penalty going to the Buffalo Sabres. Here's a shot by Joyce. Oh, Halkitis reached in with his stick to knock it away before it got in over the goal line. Here's Neely now in behind the net, battling with Halkitis. There's going to be a penalty. Finally, it's touched. Bob Halkitis, what a great defensive play there. The puck eluded Barrasso. Halkitis swept it away before it got in over the line. You're watching Sabres hockey in the Niagara Frontier.
Boston's power play's working at a 25% efficiency rating. As you look at Clark Gillies, he picks the penalty up for tripping, and I guess Buffalo would rather have players picking up penalties for hitting than tripping.
Well, the Bruins went 1 for 7 in the first game of the power play. Now here's the opportunity.
Hey, there's Halkitis back, and you see the trip. He went down to the ice, and that's why Gillies is sitting over, cooling his heels for a couple minutes.
The Bruins 1 for 7 in the first game of the power play. They were 3 for 9 in the second game. 4 for 16 overall. Buffalo 3 for 14. Sabres failed to score in the power play in the second game. Now it comes back to Bourque, shooting, but tipped away now by Arneal. Taken and kept in by the Bruins. Crowder back in behind the net. Here's McCarthy, hit this side of the net. Linsman, he's checked in there. Loose puck. Coming up with it is Crowder. It'll come back to Bourque. It's tipped away and over and into the Buffalo bench area.
Good pressure by the Bruins. I noticed the Sabre defense getting a little confused. One guy was behind the net, and then the second defenseman came right in to help him out. There's nobody in front there for about 5 seconds. Look at Scott Arneal. Nice, consistent hockey player, a playoff type of player, and very valuable asset, I think, to the coaching staff here of the Buffalo Sabres. You can kill penalties, take your regular shift, score around 20 goals a year.
Linsman and McCarthy and Crowder up on this forward line for the power play. With Wesley and Bourque back in the points. On the draw now, it comes over to the line, kept in by Wesley. Works it off the glass. Now it's back. Crowder has it. Johansson after him. Here's Napier trying to get to it. Back to the line to Bourque. Gets it to Linsman. Shooting. Blocked in there by Ramsey. Ramsey comes up with the free puck. Gets it off the glass. Bourque is there. And he can't keep it in. Arneal gets it over the line. Now Bourque back at his own blue line. Through to McCarthy. Comes back to Linsman. Here he comes. In over the line. He left it there now for McCarthy. Back into Linsman. Crowder is tied up in front of the net by Ramsey. And that allows Napier to send it back into the Bruins zone with 1 minute left in the Boston power play. Wesley's pass to send away. Janney flipping it into the corner boards. Janney hustles in after it. Rupp is after him. Now Janney getting it back. Goes to Neely in the corner. Neely sends it to the side. Back to Neely. Here it comes to Bourque. Back into Janney. Moving in. terrible time in front with Joyce, who backed right into the goal crease. Barasso's lost his goal stick. Janney with it, side of the net, back to Janney. Brasso still hasn't picked up the stick. Now he picks it up. It'll come back to Bourne, shooting. Deflected off the skate into the corner. Now recovered by Rupp. He cleared it back over the blue line and into the Bruin zone. 12 seconds left in the power play. Ruutu going in against Borkin behind the Boston net. Now it's kept in by Halkitis. He was hit and knocked out by Kluzak at the Boston line. Oh, here's Halkitis firing away at Kluzak. Kluzak, nothing else he could do but was to put his head down because Halkitis was on him.
Yeah, Halkitis is pointing towards his eye. I believe he's bleeding, and he might have caught a stick possibly from Kluzak when he came out on the check. And that's the reason possibly why he reacted so violently. Halkitis is just wound up tighter than a drum. If you remember the last game in Boston, I mean, that puck wasn't even dropped, and he just took off after someone, and it's like he's just as tight again tonight. Now we'll see who gets the aggressor on the... Probably Halkitis will pick up the extra two.
Gillies has 1 second remaining in his penalty. Now Kluzak steps away from the penalty box area.
Here's the action in the Buffalo zone. Now watch this right here. You'll see Barrasso loses his stick. He has to pick it up at some point. Keep his eye on the puck at the same time. Here it is. Here's the action. They cannot move the Bruins in front of the net. Look at.
Well, we'd like to welcome ESPN to our broadcast here. We've got a battle royal going on. In the opening minutes of the first period, there is no score with 15-11 remaining in the first period. Look at Foligno.
He's completely out of control right now. The referee has him by the scruff of the neck, and he's doing his best to get away. Now, what happened, Kluzak got Foligno going earlier, and then Foligno got Kluzak going. He said something to one another. No punches were thrown. Just something verbally turned them both on. Now they'll sit in the penalty box and jab at one another in there for a couple minutes.
Halkitis. You're watching Sabres hockey on the Micro Frontier Sports Network.
I'm here to present an incredible offer of absolute...
Let's watch the action right here along the boards. The bodies are just flying all over tonight. And there's Halkitis. He jumps on his back, and he caught him right in the side of the head. Now you look at Kluzak sitting over in the penalty box. Hey, he doesn't know what's going on. What happened out there anyways?
Well, we'll fill you in now on the penalties. Gillies has 1 second remaining in his penalty. Now Halkitis picks up a roughing penalty at 4:49. Kluzak unsportsmanlike. Foligno unsportsmanlike, and a 10-minute misconduct.
Well, Boston makes out on that deal pretty good. Kluzak's back out in a couple minutes. Foligno, he's gone for 12.
Now Halkitis, he's not in the penalty box. He has gone to the Buffalo Sabres dressing room. Does that mean that he has been ejected?
No, I don't think so, Ted. I thought so at first.
Perhaps
Remember, he was cut on the side of the face, and now Ted Sater will have to move his lines around a little more. He certainly jumbled them up for tonight to change the lines around for the Boston Bruins. Now they'll have to do a little more juggling.
So the Bruins go back on the power play. They're still on it for 1 second, but as soon as Gillies steps back on.
I haven't seen two players go at it as strong as Kluzak and Foligno all season. I mean, they just every shift they're just staring at each other.
Now the Bruins on the power play, and this is their second of the first period. Linsman dropped to the back. Here comes Wesley. Fires out one off the board. Into the corner. Crowder goes in after it. Now Crowder sends it back to the line to Wesley. Over it comes to Telvin. Back it comes to Wesley. Shooting. Deflected wide by Crowder. He was standing in front of Barrasso. Back to Telvin. Over to Wesley. Wesley's got 2 playoff goals. Comes back to Telvin. Over for Wesley. Into the corner it goes. Back to Wesley. Intercepted by Napier. And he will backhand it off the boards and into the Bruins zone.
Tom Barrasso is just doing a terrific job, really helping out his defense right now, clearing the men out in front of the net.
Linsman in over the line. Backed down by Krupp. Now comes back in behind the Buffalo net. Ramsey getting it around to the right point. Telvin. He tried to keep it in. He does. He's got it to McCarthy. Back it comes to Linsman. He's stopped by Ruutu, but Linsman still in control. Here's Linsman working it through now. A drive and that goes high into the air. It's gloved down. Back to the line now by Wesley. Wesley in now, but it's recovered and shot down the ice by Ramsey into the Bruin zone. 40 seconds left in the penalty now to Halkitis. Puck comes around the boards. It'll come back now to Janney moving in the far side. There's a drive, but he fanned on it. Delvin did not get good wood on that shot. And again, it's cleared back into the Bruin zone.
I've never seen this Buffalo Hockey Club so intense as this hockey game here tonight. I mean, they are just wound up.
Now 15 seconds to go. Bork shoots it in off the boards. It's blocked there by Barrasso. He will play it around the glass. It'll come back to the point. Wesley with it. 7 seconds left in the power play for the Bruins. Bork in now to Janney moving in on goal. Fakes the shot. Gets it over to Neely. Oh, Barrasso, what a save on Neely. Neely tried to go up high over Barrasso, but he just couldn't do it. Now Bork clears it right back into the Buffalo zone. Ramsey will go back to touch it. The Bruins will be called for icing. No score, first period. 12:56 to go.
There you look at the crowd at the Buffalo Auditorium, a packed house here, and they're all on their feet right from the start. Now watch the action in the Buffalo zone. Cam Neely trying to control the front of the net, and he finds an opening. Very smartly, Barrasso dives out towards him and takes away everything from Neely. There's not much he could do other than shoot the puck right into Tom Barrasso. He didn't waste any time. He went right at him. Took the net away from him. I mean, there's a lot of stick work going on out there, Ted, and I'm not talking about love taps.
No.
I mean, you know, you can stick check a guy and you can lay a stick on him, that's one thing, but they are really putting a lot of zip onto those checks when they're bringing the stick down. And those big Huey Krupp really caught Linsman right across the hand about a minute ago, and he went off shaking his hand.
4 shots for the Bruins. They've had 2 power plays, 1 for Buffalo. It'll be Tucker, Andrechuk, and Napier. Now Sweeney goes back to the Bruins bench to get a new stick. If you look at John Tucker, still looking for his first point. Sabres are looking for goals from Andrechuk, Christian Ruutu, Shepard, and Tucker. Tucker with 38 in the season. Rather Shepard. Tucker with 19. Ruutu with 26. Andrechuk with 30. On the draw now. Andrechuk's trying to keep it in. He stopped to the back into behind the Boston net. Tucker was knocked down. It'll come over the line now, recovered by Rumpf. Rumpf backhanding it in. And Andy Moe will leave it there. Gives it to Evan Peterson. Now for Kelvin. He dumped it back into the Buffalo zone. Here's Burridge going back to touch it. Here's Burridge with it into the corner. Now taken by Sweeney. Brings it back in front, knocked away, recovered by Napier. Here's the pass, ahead to Andrechuk with Tucker, stepping it over the line, takes the shot. Andrechuk going in with the drive. Oh, and he lopped it right off the end of the blade of his stick. Did not get a good shot away. Now Burridge at center with the pass, but it's broken up by Housley. Here's Evan Peterson, flipping it back into the Buffalo zone. Ruff will go back to touch it, and the Bruins again are called for icing. No score, first period. You're watching Sabres hockey on the Niagara Frontier Sports Network. Face off in the Bruin zone. Now a line of Turgeon, center with Hartman on the left side, Shepard on the right wing. Here's the pass through to Linsman. Steps to the Buffalo blue line. He crisscrosses with Crowder. Crowder then fell down. And it's cleared ahead now for Turgeon. Turgeon trying to block it. He does. Here's Turgeon with it, giving it to Hartman. A backhand drive, and Moog makes the save. Back it'll come now to Ramsey. Over the line, Hartman. He sends it over to Johansson. Now gives it to Ramsey, but it comes to center ice. Shoe bottom with the long shot. Barrasso. And he will clear that to center. Knocked down by Willie Plett. I believe this is the first shift in the playoffs, isn't it, in 2 games?
Well, yeah, Byers was injured, and Plett will take his spot.
Now Johansson sends it around for a waiting Shepard on the far side. Shepard flips it through to Turgeon. Turgeon knocking it into the Bruin zone. Taken by Bork, and there's going to be a penalty here. I believe it's a penalty call going to the Bruins. And Buffalo will go to its first power play. It'll be a...
Well, here it is right here, and it's an obvious tug from behind. Watch this little action right here. You can see it come in. It's Plett that drags him down to the ice. Willie Plett will pick up the penalty, I believe. Now the Sabres move on to the power play, and after 2 games, their efficiency 21.4%. Boston's working at 25% on their power play.
Sabres went 3 for 9 in the first game, scoring all 3 of their goals in game 1 in the power play, but they were 0 for 5 the other night. There's a look at Rick Middleton. Isn't that Rick Middleton?
It sure is. Yeah, one of the all-time great Boston Bruins players. He's taken it pretty well. He hasn't played in either game, Ted. In all 3 games, he hasn't been dressed, and he's still there cheering his teammates on. It's tough to do after having a career Middleton has had. It's just a splendid career, and here he is not playing in the big games for the Boston Bruins. It has to be pretty tough to swallow, I think.
Face-off will be inside the Bruins blue line. Buffalo going to the power play with Andrew Chuck getting it back now to Housley. Go to the far side. He slips it over to Priestley. Here's Priestley with it. Into the corner. Tucker. Back to Priestley. Here's Tucker. Tucker side of the net now to Andrew Chuck, but he missed it. Luzak trying to get to it to clear it. He is checked. Recovered by Ruutu. Ruutu into the side of the net now to Tucker. They score! Tucker, the quick pass in front. I believe it was deflected in by Andy Moog. And the Sabres take a 1-0 lead with a power play goal.
Well, you look back over the 2 games, Ted. It looks to me like the first break Buffalo has had right here. Now watch this. Tucker's looking for his man out in front. It's a decent pass, except the only problem was it was deflected in by the Bruins. Here it is. One more time, a sweeping pass. And you can see the defenseman Raymond Bourque right there to clear the puck, except he cleared it into his own zone. Don't count on Bourque to do that too often.
John Tucker will get credit for the goal.
Boy, sometimes as a defenseman you get spun around a little bit and you're not quite sure where you are as far as clearing the puck. I don't know if he was shooting it or was deflected off his stick, but whatever. Goes right in past Moog for the first goal of the game, and the crowd is just going wild here at the auditorium.
The Sabres take a 1-0 lead, but Alan Peterson will bring it back into the Buffalo zone, shooting. Gloved by Barrasso, and he will clear it. Oh, it's gloved down by Bourque with a drive, and Barrasso makes the save and holds right on. That's one thing you've got to be worry about, is the fact that should one team score, then how often have you noticed another team will come right back seconds later, tie the game?
Yeah, especially the Buffalo Sabres. That happened an awful lot to them in the second half of the season, and Barrasso was trying to clear the puck right down the gut of the ice. One problem, Raymond Bourque is there to intercept it, and that is the last man you want to have the puck from that position. He can really put a lot of heat on a shot. Would have been an awful embarrassing moment for Tom Barrasso if that biscuit went in. Give that goal to John Tucker from Christian Ruutu, 9-16. That's a power play goal for the Sabres. Ray Shepard will be joining me in the first period intermission, along with Danny Gare and Bruce Hood, of course, John Gertler.
They can all join you at once? Or?
No, we'll just take it a piece at a time.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Cam Neely, bull in the china shop. I don't know, he's almost a soft bull in front of that. I've seen Ramsey just do his very best. Mike Ramsey's a strong guy, so's Lindy Ruff, and boy, all you end up doing is just crawling right up his back. You almost have to take him down illegally if you want to move him out of the crease area.
What are the fans yelling? Andy or?
I don't know, they're yelling Barrasso in Boston,
yeah.
So probably
and
Snip 1 Pearl 2 here tonight.
Out comes back to the Boston line, Peterson. Giving it to Neely. He dropped to the back end now for Bourque. Gillies up in the forward line with Ruutu and McGuire. Here's the pass through to Janney. Stopped just over the Buffalo line. Now Janney with it again. Giving it to Bourque. At center now. Here comes Joyce in over the Buffalo blue line. He's tripped up by Gillies. Into the corner it goes. Janney knocked in there by Ruutu. Now comes to Gillies. He will send it back now on the right side to McGuire, but he lost it to Kluzak. Here's McGuire chasing Kluzak. Kluzak will bring it back. Quickly to center right. Winds up and sends it in. Gloved down by Barrasso. Leaving it for Rupp. Rupp into the corner. The Bruins make a player change. Rupp decides to skate with it over the line, but it comes back in. Taken by Johansson. Now giving it to Rupp. Rupp had trouble with it. Kicked out by Sweeney. Now Johansson getting it behind the net. McGuire on the far side. O'Dwyer is there. Here's McGuire with it. Now the pass to Rupp over the line. But he sends it off the glass. Hershaw steps it over the line, gives it to McGuire. The pass could not get it to Arneal. McGuire into the corner. Now Sweeney with it. Shoe bottom. Off the glass, waiting for it at the point. It's Kruk to keep it in. But no, apparently it's an offside call. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Tim Hortons Donuts. Tim Hortons Donuts, your friend along the way, with 4 Buffalo area locations.
There you look at Pierre Turgeon, who's probably the best forward on this Buffalo Sabre hockey club so far in the playoffs. I mean, he has played extremely well. One of the reasons is the fact that he's using the whole ice now when he's going in the offensive zone. If you remember, he'd always stop to the right, just inside the blue line. Everything would come to a standstill. Now all of a sudden he's going to the left, and it makes a big difference in his play. Really impressive the fact that he's playing his best hockey of his young NHL career in the playoffs. That says an awful lot about a player.
Now Miller bumped in there by Turgeon. He's showing his aggressiveness as it's cleared by Crowder. Now Housley knocked it back to Shepard. Shepard tried to drop it in. It's taken now by Miller. Miller's pass in front to Talbot. Back in behind the net. They got it in front of the net. It'll go to Linsman into the corner. Housley comes up with it behind the Buffalo net. Working it up to Arneal, but Arneal lost it. Arneal and Crowder. Here's Linsman trying to get it through, and the puck comes back and over the line. Linsman out of the far side. It'll come back into Talbot. 8 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first period. Gloved down by Housley. He gives it to Rupp. Rupp will work it over the blue line, but right onto the stick of Crowder. He shoots it in. Now Miller gets back on side, goes directly to the Boston bench. Housley in behind the net. 1-0 Buffalo leading here in the first period. Turgeon with a good move there. Comes into the Boston zone. Turgeon the far side. He sends it back in out of the corner. Andy Moog left it there for Bork. Rushes with the pass now for Casper. Broken up at the line. No, it's kept in by the Bruins. Cleared by Ramsey. Gives it to Tucker. Here's Tucker tipping it on into the Bruin zone. Andrechuk going in there against Bork. Andrechuk through the goal crease to the far side to Burridge. Burridge is stopped by Napier, and he sends it right back in. Andrechuk steps onside. Here's Bork. Andrechuk runs into Bork. Now it's picked out by Tucker. Has to wait for Andrechuk to come onside. Now Bork runs into Tucker. Tucker knocks Bork down to the ice.
Important play right there by Tucker. Bork's hard to hit, and he really leveled him.
Casper off the boards. Kruk takes his check into the boards on the far side. Halkitis is back on. It's an offside call at the Buffalo. Oh, here's Sweeney and Halkitis.
You can't even look at Halkitis tonight. He's ready to jump. Now somebody comes in from the backside and nailed him. Didn't even see him coming. Somebody come in late from way behind. Got a hold of him.
And you're watching Sabres hockey on the Niagara Frontier Sports Network.
Oh, man, the intensity of this hockey game. Look at the hit right there on Bob Halkitis, and he just jumped the gun. Got another shot from the side now. Watch Shoebottom come in eventually, and he'll just jump on the back. And there's another hit by John Tucker. Gets the elbows up at the last moment. Meets Ray Bork flush, and down goes Bork. Shoebottom was the guy that came in late and jumped on Halkitis' back. And there he is right there. And matinee idol.
Well, we'll wait for the penalty. Shoebottom was picked up as a free agent last July by the Bruins. And in May, he had 2 goals and 12 assists. He had 336 minutes in penalties. That was second in the American Hockey League for Mr. Shoebottom.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. They say Mr. Shoebottom had trouble playing in the American Hockey League, but he hasn't hurt this hockey club at all this evening, or the first 2 games either.
Watch it again.
There's the action right there. Touchy tonight. And that should be a penalty for the second guy moving in. Another third guy.
Well, waiting for the...
There's Shoebottom, just kind of nails him from the side. Good thing he missed with that right, huh?
Waiting for the penalties now to be announced.
Here's this good hit right here by Tucker. You have to bring the gloves and the elbows up. You're going to meet one another, and Tucker brings his up a little higher, and down goes Bork. Bork's very, very difficult to hit. Slides off a lot of hits, too. You get a small piece of him, but that's never enough. You want to keep a guy like that out of the play also. After he starts off with a good play from his own zone, he likes to jump back up at the forwards. That's why it's important after he makes that pass to come in and play his body and eliminate him out of the offensive play.
Well, there are 4 Sabres in the penalty box. Of course, Mike Foligno remains in there with that tendon of misconduct that he picked up. There are 2 Bruins in the penalty box. And now the referee, Bill McCreary, back over to the penalty area once again with 7:18 remaining here in this first period.
I can appreciate the Sabres' intensity, Ted. It's so important for them to win this hockey game or the series could be over. The Boston goes up 3-0, but also they have to keep kind of cool. Also, they can't lose complete control of themselves out there. I mean, it's nice to hit and it's nice to run guys and everything else. It's a big part of the game, intimidation and all the rest of it, but still you eventually have to beat them on the scoreboard, and somewhere along the line you have to show some skills.
Here's the announcement of the penalty.
2 minutes for roughing. Boston penalty to number 42, Bob Sweeney. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. Buffalo penalty to number 4, Huey Krupp. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. Buffalo penalty to number 18, Bob Halkitis. 2 minutes for roughing. Buffalo penalty to number 7, John Tucker. 2 minutes for roughing.
So as a result, the Bruins will go back to the power play. This will be their third here in the first period.
Well, I think he made the right call, Ted. If you think back when Halkitis was tied up, a Bruin player was there. 1, 2, 3 guys ended up on Sweeney before Schubata moved in.
So the Bruins have an opportunity here to tie the game, but it's cleared by Johansson back into the Bruin zone. Now Lindsman left it there for Wesley. Watched by Napier, turns away from Napier, slides it over to Talbot. Now the pass through. Here comes Crowder into the Buffalo zone. Lindsman tried to break through. Lindsman tipping it back in behind the net. Crowder checked there by Ramsey. Now it'll come back to the point to Wesley. Wesley works it over to Talbot. Back to Wesley. Here's Wesley. They all jam up in front of McCarthy's in front of it. Back to Talbot. Side of the net now to Lindsman. Lindsman worked it through, but it was deflected by Ramsey. Napier will bring it back. Slides it ahead to Arneal into the Boston zone. Arneal will try to heat up the seconds in the penalty clock. Here's Arneal attempting to move it in front of it. Back come the Bruins, led by Wesley at center. His pass now. That left side off the boards now for Lindsman. Here's Lindsman going right in behind the net, and the net is knocked off the magnet. Now Lindsman and Ruff get tied up. You know, somebody should set Mr.
Right here
straight.
Here's the action. Now watch him charge towards the goal. That's Cam Neely. That's saying how difficult it is to move him out of the crease area. The best thing to do is push him right into the crease area over the goal line. You know, one of the most amazing things in the National Hockey League is the fact that nobody ever fights Kenny Lindsman.
I was just going to say,
it's unbelievable. Every game he'll work a guy over and nobody really clocks him.
I can't believe that no one's gotten a fight with him in the first 2 games of the Boston Garden.
He's a smart little guy. He knows how to handle himself, Ted, and how to protect himself. And he's played awful well for the Boston Bruins so far in this series.
Yeah, he likes to attack and then escape.
Yep.
How do you like those earrings? You like to swing on those?
The size of them. 4 nice pairs of them.
Face off in the Buffalo zone. The Bruins have 55 seconds remaining in the power play. 1-0 Buffalo leading. On a goal by John Tucker. 7 shots for the Bruins, 3 for Buffalo.
I was just thinking, Ted, yeah, I would like to swing on them.
On the draw now. Here's Neely getting it back. Oh, Bork's got a chance. Sends it back now for Wesley. Over it comes to Janney. Janney to Bork. Bork with the big shot. Glowed by Barrasso. Now again they begin to mix it up in front of the Buffalo net with 41 seconds left in the Sabres power, or the Bruins power play.
Barrasso really had a good look at Bork, and I think Bork took something off that shot from back at the point. He saw Cam Neely trying to work free in front of the net as Neely goes over and has a talk with Tom Barrasso. Now watch right in front. Now you have to, as a defenseman, you have to clear that man out. But you see Neely gets good positioning on the inside. Now Neely, he's going after Barrasso. Barrasso's going after Neely. I can tell you what happened. Barrasso's taking a little piece of him in front of the net, trying to help his defenseman move him out of there. And he doesn't quite appreciate it very much. And I don't blame him. The Sabres are throwing everything they have right now. Emotionally, they're throwing everything they can possibly throw at the Boston Bruins, and the Bruins are holding up pretty good to this point in the game.
Bruins on their 3rd power play. 41 seconds remaining, and then Tucker will step back on. Janney losing the draw to Ruutu. Slapped at by Kluzak are now working back in the points in this power play. Neely, Janney, and Joyce up front. The two Olympians, Janney and Joyce. Bork steps to center, sends it off the boards now. Barrasso could not block it. Here's Arneal, picked off by Janney. He gets it back, but it's tipped away by Ruku. And then Ruku could not get it back to the puck. And Kluzak takes 15 seconds left in the Bruins power play. Kluzak to the line, shoots it in now. Blocked by Barrasso. He left it for Ruff. Ruff winds up and slaps that one off the glass, and then it went off Bork right back to the Boston line. Here's Ruff in behind the net. Oh, he missed it. Janney's got it. The pass in front, knocked away. Another loose puck. They score! Janney! The Sabres with a bit of a defensive lapse. That is not a power play goal, but the Bruins have tied it at 1.
Well, that wasn't a little defensive lapse. That was a major one, and they got tied up behind the net. Right here, Ruff is going after the puck. He wanted to chop it into the corner. He did, and he banked it off the boards. It came right back out to the Bruins, who eventually worked the puck to the net. The man waltzed out from behind. Nobody picked him up and just slid it along the ice to tie this game up. A gutty goal by the Bruins. Good, hard work. They penetrated so well to score this goal. Relentless forechecking by the Bruins.
So Craig Janney picks up his second goal in 3 games in the playoffs. And the Bruins come back to tie it at 1, but they are 0 for 3 in the power play. And that penalty had just expired to John Tucker when Janney flipped it in by Barrasso at the 1-1 tie. Alcides will backhand it into the Boston zone. Napier going in after, trying to knock it down. Bogue now gets back into the net. It'll come back clear to the line. Now it's center. Luke shoots it in. Tucker lets it go. Sabres get it back onside. Sheldon. Now the pass up to Sweeney. He will bring it back to the Buffalo blue line. Here's the pass over now for Kasper. Backhand drive gloved by Barrasso. And Kasper was taken into the board. And you're watching Sabres hockey on the Niagara Frontier Sports Network. 38 seconds remaining in the first period. 3 shots for Buffalo, 10 for the Bruins.
And after 2 games, Boston outshot Buffalo 69-50. Every player on the Boston Bruins is a plus player. And the Buffalo Sabres don't have 1 plus player. Interesting stat.
Now Tucker, Napier, and Andrechuk with this face-off over the Sabres blue line. It'll be Ruff and Housley back on defense.
Buffalo needs some shots and goal, period. They're being outshot right now in their own building 10-3. To get something going offensively in the Boston zone.
Now Kluzak. He will send that one off the glass. Comes right out in front of the net now. Tucker getting it off the boards and over the blue line to center. Housley works it up to the right side to Napier. Steps it over the line. Here's the pass over for Andrechuk. But it's blocked. Comes over the line. Knocked back in by Ruff. Recovered by Kluzak. He carries it to the Buffalo line. Shooting right on. Barrasso makes the save. And the rebound recovered by Tucker. And he will flip it now to center. Taken by Andrechuk. Here he comes it over the line. Andrechuk waiting for help. Tried to leave it there for Housley. Here it goes into Housley. Housley getting it to the goal crease. Knocked away. It'll come back now to Napier. Napier with a drive. And that one just wide of the far goal post. Housley weak for it, cannot keep it in. Ramsey goes back after it. Now the pass through, but it went off Andrechuk, and Housley has to go in. Here goes Crowder. Into forecheck, it'll come around, but Linsman's waiting for it. Missed it. Here's a chance. Oh, it hit the goal post. Barrasso falls as Miller wrapped that one off the goal post and back and hit the back of Barrasso, and he fell on it. 1-1 tie. You're watching Sabres hockey and the Niagara Frontier. Face off of the Buffalo zone. Linsman and Kenny Priestley. It'll be Priestley, Hartman, and McGuire. Jay Miller's on there, along with Crowder and Linsman. Now into the corner. Coming up with it is Johansson. He sends it over the line to Hartman. The pass through to Priestley, steps to the line with a long drive. Oh, and he hit the goal post. Priestley fired that one With it now is Hartman. Hartman ahead to Johansson. Up to the Boston line. He dropped it back for McGuire. There's his high drive. Comes to the side of it. Back now. And the Bruins take over. Here they come on the attack. But Crowder lost it to Priestley, who shoots it back in. Priestley with a big shot a moment ago off the goalpost. Now Neely lost it. Taken by Halkitis. He fires the rink back into the Bruins zone. 2:55 remaining here in the first period. Cleared around the boards. On the left side. Taken by Miller. Miller now. He's bumped by McGuire. Picked off by Turgeon. Comes it over the line. Turgeon goes to the corner. Still with it. Still has it now. Tried to send it through, but it's blocked, and Neely. He had trouble with it. Now Miller clears it on into the Buffalo zone. Krupp behind the net. Steps away from Janney. Up to the line. Ahead to Turgeon. Hopped over the blade of his stick. Recovered by Talbot. He brings it right back into the Buffalo zone. Then took a check by Hockey to see knock him down. And the puck will come to center. Joyce working it to the far side. Tipped into the air. Gloved down now by Halkitis. Halkitis, and he clears it off the boards. There will be no icing with 2 minutes remaining here in the first period. Wesley gets it around the boards now. Arneal trying to keep it in. Here's Shepard. Shepard behind the net. He's held there. Now recovered by Wesley. It goes to the left side. Joyce's pass comes right back to the Buffalo blue line. Now Ruff will tip it high into the air. Back to the Boston line. Bork. Kluzak. Joyce at center to the Buffalo line against Housley. Knocked away by Shepard. Puck's there now. Comes over the line. Shepard has it. Right back to the Boston line. Shepard still with it. He's tied up. Joyce will recover. Bork to his own line, now to center. Fires that one in off the corner boards. Barrasso leaving it rough. Hits it around for Gillies, and he'll slap it but not out. Bork with a long shot. Tip Barrasso. The save it sitting there. Backhand drive by Casper went wide. Now taken by Burridge. Burridge taken to the boards by Ruff. Here's Casper. Gillies. And they hold it there with 57 seconds remaining in the first period. Still tied at 1. Watch again now as the Bruins keep it in. Here's Bork with the shot now. There's the loose puck sitting there. Backhand drive by Casper. And he couldn't get it on the net. It was deflected to go to the corner boards. Here we have another look at a save by Burridge. There's the puck sitting there. Casper went after it. It went wide of the Buffalo net, and it remains tied at 1. Change of players now for Buffalo. Priestley comes on with Hartman and McGuire, and it was Priestley not too long ago that stepped to the Boston blue line, let the hard slap shot go that went off the goalpost. Face-off in the Sabres zone. 12 shots for the Bruins, 4 for Buffalo. Lindsman, Miller, and Crowder. Now Lindsman on the draw against Priestley. On the draw, now they drop the puck, but they'll do it all over again. Game 4 will be tomorrow night here at the Memorial Auditorium. It'll be a 7 o'clock start right here on the cable network. Lindsman and Priestley on the draw, kicked back by Lindsman, but it comes back now to center. Bork. Watched by McGuire. Now Bork looking for a free man. Gives it to Kluzak. His pass over for Lindsman at center. To the Buffalo line with the long shot. Barrasso the save, the rebound taken by Ramsey. Tips it up on the boards, recovered by Priestley. Here's Priestley coming back at center with Johansson on the right. Up to the line with the long drive there. That one eluded Boog as well. It hit the pad, went between his legs and into the corner. Now with 20 seconds to go. Here it comes to Hartman. Sending it back now. Cleared by McGuire. Now we've got Miller on the far side. Mixing it. Oh, they almost got into it. McGuire and Hartman. They'll come back into the Buffalo zone. Taken by Krupp behind the net. 5 seconds to go. That should do it. That's it. There goes the horn to end the first period. But Priestley had another excellent chance with a long shot that hit the right pad of Moog and then went right between his legs and off into the corner board. Shots on goal in the first period. The Bruins with 13, Buffalo with 5. And the score is tied after one period of play. And now let's go to John Gertler.